welcome to a little bit of a different video this time. We're going to do a challenge run in Elden Ring. The challenge run I decided to go for first up is no flasks, so that means no physic, no HP, no FP flasks, so pretty well no healing, no buffing, very limited FP. So let's see how I go. First things first, I go and get Torrent, because it's a must-have. We need Torrent. And next up is to get my build set up. I'm gonna go. Need to go to Altus. So I get the Dectus medallions. Tried to cheese this this knight up here and failed completely. So instead, I just spit in his face. That got the job done eventually. Just. Now for the class, I picked Prophet because it comes with the heals, just in case. I've got the two halves of the Dectus. Went to the lift. And started making my way to Altus to get the Great Stars. And Ash of War, Prayerful Strike. And I'm going to go for this build. Should be decent enough, get me through the game at least. Once I do all that, I go back to the round table. Upgrade my weapon a little bit from all the stuff that I've gotten. And face Margit. It's not much to say about Margit. First boss. The one thing I do have to say is I'm so used to using flask that I really needed to learn to play cautiously. But luckily for the Prayerful Strike, it heals 30% of your health back on hit. The only downside to it is it's really slow. And with that, Margit's gone. Make my way through Stormvale. I went the back way just to get a few upgrade materials and barely made it out alive. And now for Godric. I died a lot more times than I wanted to, mostly just because I was getting greedy. Every single time it was pretty well dead. But about after 4 or 5 attempts, Godric goes down. Went and got the Ray Lucaria key. Time to go to college. Now, when I got to the front door, these students, they weren't very grateful. They were actually really mean. Anyway, I tried to say hello to one of them, and he just punched me a lot of times. So that wasn't fun, not at all. Didn't really know there was bullies in a magic school. Anyway, on to Red Bull for Radagon. Not much to say about him either. He's probably one of the easiest early game bosses out there. Got him down on the first try. Good old Moonground. He was actually really easy with the Great Stars. I just staggered him a whole bunch of times. Now on to Renala. She was pretty easy. As you can see here, I just completely demolished her. She didn't even get a chance to sign her. Next up is Radagon. We'll make our way to the festival. I gotta say, this was a tough fight for the level I was on. I don't really fight Radahn all the time. I've only fought him probably 5 times. And with the power of friendship, we got there eventually. Now my horse died in this fight, so I was stuck running. So that was fun. But later on in the game, I didn't really care about that. Made my way down through Nokron because I wanted to get the I don't know, it's called the Ancestral Headband or something. It restores FP on enemy kills. Honestly, I did not use it very much at all. Ancestral Spirit Horn. There we go, that's what it is. Chucked that on, and I remember the first time I played this, DTS was pretty well a game stopper for me. I could not beat him. But first try, down he goes, and now we're in Lendel. Do a bit of parkour here to get through, just the easy way. Next up was Goldtree. I mean, most of these base game bosses are so simple, especially after coming from the DLC. So with that, Goldtree's dead, and onwards and forwards. Now, Morgott was probably the first boss that I realised I need to play it so much more safer than I was, because once I'm out of FP, there's no more healing for me. Really, what I did was I just baited out his spear jumping attack and just punished him after that. Now mountaintops of the giants. Made my way through here, grabbed a few upgrade items on the way, and made my way to the fire giant. Now the fire giant took me a lot longer than I wanted to. It was just a really long fight. I propped bleed a couple of times, which was good, but I just kept dying in stupid ways. I honestly fought him on my horse most of the time. And with that, fire giant's dead. And now the bane of every single run I was not looking forward to. I needed to go set up a bit better. So what I did was, I tried to go to the DLC, so what I did was I did Vare's questline, just to see how I would fare. Killed the meanest Beast Claw guy, and made my way over to get some Maiden Blood and completely forgot about Bike. Showed Bike who's boss. It was simple as, just made him into a pancake really. And with that, I get the Maiden Blood. Make my way back over to Vare. Give him my finger. Poor guy's missing a finger now. Was it really worth it? No. No, it was not.
Oh, heavens. Clench your teeth or something.
Now he told me not to use it right away, but He used a right in his face. What's he gonna do? And I forgot a few extra things that I thought might help. So I got the icon shield, which heals I think 2 HP a second. And got this piece of the Halic Tree medallion. While I was here, I thought I might as well fight this omen killer. Those bloody dogs were almost the death of me. And with that, went and fought Ensha. I think that's her name, Ensha. And got her the royal remains now. Each piece of equipment will heal 2 HP a second. So pretty well on 6 HP a second now with the Blessed Dew talisman. And with that, I made my way to Moog to see how it'd fare there. Honestly, I did not think it through. Couldn't use flasks or talismans, or not talismans, physics. So there was no way of knowing how this was going to go, especially with his knee heal attack. Got a little bit lost in this cave, but I made my way through. Now, Moog. It wasn't that hard really. He only has a couple attacks. He doesn't really have that much variety. But once we got to the knee hill, yous will see. I'm starting to learn to play it really safe, so only really attack after they attack, do a bit of a punish there. Yeah, I got smashed a couple of times, but once I got to the knee heal attack, I knew I was not going to do this. And as you can see, once that happened, I quit. Not kill a Moog. Time to go to Faram Azula. The bane of my existence. The God Skin duo. To this day, even on a normal run, I hate those guys so much with a passion.
O Erd Tree, you shall burn.
Now I thought about fighting this dragon. I got really close a couple of times and I just gave up. It took too long. I don't know. This weapon isn't the best, to be honest. It's pretty good, but it's just so slow. Probably could have picked so much better builds. But hey, it got me there in the end. It got me there. Pretty much after I died there, I gave up on that dragon. And I was pretty much stalling going to these Godskin doors. I really did not want to do it. But here we go. I tried the sleep pots, but I'm trash, so it failed. Failed miserably. Wasted all my sleep pots. I tried maybe a good 50 times, 55 maybe, and just could not do it. Got close, but never could kill him. I tried going for the fatty, but I'm pretty sure he is resistant to strike damage. So that was stupid. But by that time, I'd learnt his patterns, and I didn't really want to learn the skinny one's patterns all over again. So probably after the 50th try I gave up and decided to go get the Mimic too. Stupidly enough, I actually jumped into this attack. I don't know what I was thinking. It's probably like my 48th try this time. So I decided, you know what, I'm going to go bully the Crucible Knight. Just to make myself feel a bit better. Dying almost 100 times. This almost felt relaxing after fighting the Godskin Duo for so long. So yeah, I went around and killed a couple of the lower level bosses, hoping if I leveled myself up a bit then it would help. And after all of that, going to get the Mimic tier and leveling up a few times, finally did it. It was a long battle, very hardy battle, but we did it. Mimic tier didn't really do much, it was just a good distraction. I gotta say though, having prayerful strikes with the Mimic tier, he can heal himself, so that was really good. But finally, after 50 plus attempts, I did it. Killed the Godskin duo. Next up, Malekith. First I went to Commander Nile because I wanted to go to the consecrated snowfields just to get a few upgrade materials, just to kind of help me not die so much. Just straight bonk. And with that, got fully upgraded my Great Stars. Now I'm ready. Ready for endgame. Did a bit of parkour, surprised I actually landed, I've never done that before. Made it. Ran past this guy, because screw that guy. Waste of my time. Completely demolished the tree sentinel. He didn't know what was coming. Barely got hit at all. Until I did. And with that, it's time for Malekith. Not much to say really. Just got my Mimic tier to distract him. I tried to go for no summons, but after that Godskin duo, I just wanted to get this over and done with. So yeah, it took me a couple of times, but not much to say about Malekith. Pretty easy to be honest. He's only got a few attacks that you need to dodge, otherwise you're gonna die. He kept running away from me, which is annoying. With Malekith down, it's time to go back to the Ashen Capital and to Godfrey, Radagon, and the Elden Beast. Now with the gank squad all in order, nothing was impossible. Godfrey, I reckon Godfrey's got to be one of my favourite base game bosses out there. It's just, I don't know, he's just amazing. Mwah! Chef kiss. I gotta say, I swear, ever since the DLC came out, the summons are just like stupid. They just kind of stand off in the corner and buff themselves 3 times with the same buff. But yeah, he kind of pulled his weight. It was good for the stagger, and I actually think I procced bleed a couple of times too, so that was great. And after watching my Mimic just get completely destroyed, thought I'd go over and help him. And with that, Godfrey's down, 2 bosses left. Technically 1, actually. Yeah. Radagon was easy. It's been a while since I've actually fought Radagon in the Elden Beast, so it took me a little bit just to get used to his moveset. Got slapped a few times. I had to be really careful to not waste all of my Prayerful Strike just in case, but the Mimic Tear seems to be in really good order, so he's a good distraction for the Elden Beast. And this is the first time that I'll be versed in the Elden Beast with the new update that you can ride Torrent, so I was pretty excited for that, to be honest. Luckily I got a nice little cheeky heal off there when he died. Time for the Elden Beast. I gotta say, I don't know, I'm just used to fighting Elden Beast without Tyrant. It was cool to catch up to him and stuff, but I just wasn't used to it. I didn't really like it. And with that, my question was answered. Can you beat Elden Ring with no flasks? Yes. Yes, you can. I'm by no means a great player. I'm okay. Pretty shit most of the time, but if I can do it, anyone can do it. Now, I am Elden Lord. Thanks for watching, everyone. Hope you've enjoyed this little challenge of mine. I definitely, I died a lot for 10 hours. And thanks for watching, everyone. Like and subscribe if you just want to see more.